Hello students, let's start our new part of the lesson, life of workers. Before this, we have discussed that there was seasonality of work. Means whenever there was season, the industrialists and merchants hired laborers or workers for specific work or particular work. But once the season was over, the workers were again asked to leave the jobs, and after the busy season was over, most of the workers and laborers again back to their villages, or they were moving on the streets to get another jobs. So this seasonality of work means it was a prolonged period of without work. So in this seasonality of work, industrialists did not want to introduce machines that require large capital investments. But there was no shortage of human labor, and therefore industrialists and merchants were keen in introducing human labors over the machines. So this seasonality of work proved to be fatal and harmful for many workers, because there was a busy season when the workers were working, and once the busy season was over, workers were again remained without work. But why this handmade labor was most important in this period, even after the factories and companies established in the England? Because handmade things were very essential, and most of the upper class and middle class people in England, they preferred handmade things. Why? Because it was during the phase of industrialization that 500 varieties of hammers and 45 kinds of axes could be produced only by hand. And these different types of varieties of hammers and axes required only handmade skills, not mechanical technology. That is why handmade labor were produced with specific designs, and a range of products were prepared by handmade labor. And in industries and factories, these type of varieties could not be produced. That is why handmade labor were preferred in this period of industrialization. Another important thing is that the most important question is here, that why did handmade products prefer over machines during Victorian Britain. This is very important question for 3 months, which can come for examinations. So keep in mind, why did handmade products prefer over machines during Victorian Britain? There are 3 points and answers. Remember, first one, handmade products came to symbolize refinement and class. And second, they were better finished, individually produced and carefully designed. And third one, machine-made products were exported to the colonies. These are the 3 points. Once again, listen. Why did handmade products prefer over machines during Victorian Britain by aristocrats and bourgeois? Aristocrats and bourgeois, you might already studied in standard 9 in the French Revolution, where aristocrats and bourgeois were the upper middle classes people who maintained the power, political, economic, cultural and educational power in the country. So these people, aristocrats and bourgeois, these people preferred handmade things. See, even the higher caste, higher level people preferred handmade things over machines during Victorian Britain. Why? Because handmade products came to symbolize refinement and class. Second, they were better finished, individually produced and carefully designed. And third, machine-made products were for export to the colonies. The machine-made products were also manufactured in different industries and different factories, but these machine-made products were only to export to the colonies. Colonies means, for example, some Britishers were in India for the purpose of trade. Some Britishers were also went in America, Australia, Africa, etc., and in many countries. So when these British Britishers went in different countries for the purpose of trade, for the purpose of trading activities. That time they set up their camps, they settled there. So these settlements of British people in different countries for the purpose of trade is known as colonies. So these colonies were sent the machine-made products which prepared or which manufactured in the industrial factories in England, but only handmade things preferred in the England by aristocrats and bourgeois. So keep in mind this important question. Now these handmade products were very systematically and in very planned manner were carefully designed. And that is why handmade products were preferred, and there was great demand of products made by hand in Victorian Britain. Another important aspect of this industrialization is life of workers. What was the life of workers? We already discussed that we have to again keep in mind the background of workers, the life of workers. For example, there were no shortage of human labor, and wages were low because there is abundant availability of the laborers. And that is why what happened, when news of industrialization spread in different parts of the country, many tramped to the cities. People started migrating from their own countries to England in search of better jobs, in getting source of livelihood, and to increase the standard of living by generating income from working in the industrial and factory sector. So when this large number of people moved and tramped to the cities, it was very difficult to get jobs in the factories to every laborers and workers. Why? Because getting a job in the industries or factories was dependent friendship and relationship. It means that if you had a friend or relative in the industries, you would more likely to get job. And if you had no friends or relatives in the industries, then it would not be possible for many workers and laborers to get jobs in the factories or industries easily. Therefore, getting job was dependent on existing friends and relatives. But everyone not had social connections, everyone not had touch with the industrial people, and therefore many people, after the busy season was over, many workers they were again on the streets. Many workers were just roaming on the cities, carrying placard around their necks, written on the placards that want job. So this type of situation was prevalent in many days when there were no more work, when there was seasonality of work. So that is what happened then. Finally, these workers had no place to live. So many workers and laborers they took shelter under the bridges, under the night shelters, and some people also stayed in the night refugee camps, which is maintained by local authorities, and casual wards, which is maintained by local authorities. So this was the condition of workers during the industrialization period, especially in the seasonal period in the industrialization. So that is why seasonality of work is prolonged period of time without work. Once the busy season was over, most of the workers again were on the street. Some people returned to their village to cultivate or to perform agricultural activities, and many people started working some odd jobs, or they were finding odd jobs which can fulfill the few demands of the family member. In this way, the seasonality of work proved to be very harmful, and it also lowered down the standard of living of many workers in the industrialization period. Therefore, it is important to know here the life of workers was very miserable condition was there in the life during the phase of industrialization. The wages were also increased in the early 19th century, but these increased wages could not buy a fewer demands, because during the Napoleonic War the prices of the food grains and food items increased, and these increased food items could not increase prices of the food grains. Also made wages during the early 19th century could not purchase the pure things. But in the mid 19th century, there were 10% population, 10% urban population were extremely poor. And again, in subsequent years, the population of unemployment went between 35 to 75%. See, this was happened due to seasonality of work. Another important reason behind this that why the unemployment rate went up to 75% in 19th century, because many industrialists and merchants did not want to introduce machines in their industrial setup, and therefore they preferred only handmade labor because laborers were more in number, laborers were large in number. That is why they did not want to introduce machines that require large capital investment. But when there was busy season, they just only hired the laborers, and once the season was over and then there is no demand for the products, that time workers were removed from the job. And that is why in this particular period of seasonality of work, many industrialists and merchants earned better profit, but workers' conditions became miserable. Another important incident that also brought hostility among the people, especially among the women, when James Hargreaves invented spinning jenny. James Hargreaves invented spinning jenny. Spinning jenny in 1764. Now listen, James Hargreaves invented spinning jenny in 1764. Earlier, the spinning activity was done by hand. Especially in this particular spinning activity, most of the women were involved. They were engaged in this activity. But when spinning jenny was introduced in the industries, or especially in the textile and woolen industries, that time many women lost their job. Earlier, women had depended on hand spinning, but when this machine was introduced in the industries or factories, that time all the work of spinning was done by machine, this technology, and therefore many women lost their jobs. So they became hostile to the introduction of spinning jenny in many textile and woolen industries. Therefore, in the later period, when they did not find any job about the spinning in the industries, that many women attacked on spinning jenny by destroying it, because their survival, their source of income, their source of livelihood came to an end. That is why many women attacked on spinning jenny. Here also you will remember that one of the important question: why women attacked on spinning jenny? This is very important question for 3 marks. Why women attack on spinning jenny? Because earlier women had depended on hand spinning. Second, when spinning jenny was invented by James Hargreaves, it introduced in the industries, that also reduced the human labor. And this introduction of spinning jenny made the women hostile in the industry. That is why women attack on spinning jenny. So up to 1764 and later period, there were seasonality of work and the unemployment rate went up to at higher level. So in this particular case of industrialization, it was a critical and it was a miserable period or time for the workers. So the life of workers in this particular period was really very dangerous. It was really critical for them. But after this period, after the 1764 up to 1830, 1820, 2030, up to 1840, the situation remained same. Only the people working in the industries which had social connections in the industry. But it was after 1840s, many jobs were opened. The different employment activities were opened up in vast number, such as building intensified, roads were widened, drainage and sewers laid, tunnels done, rivers embanked, etc. These are the different activities that brought a great employment rate in the industrialization period. Because after 1840, what happened? with the expansion of railways in the colonies and other industrial setup in different parts of the countries in Europe, many employment activities generated. So after 1840, building intensified, drainage and sewers laid, roads widened, rivers embanked, tunnels dug, and other railway lines were extended, railway tracks were laid down. So these various activities and employments were generated after 1840. So this was the life of workers and employment opportunities after 1840s in this industrialization period. So dear students, if you have any doubt, feel free to contact me and feel free to ask me the questions. So this is the life of workers. Remaining part will continue tomorrow's lecture. Thank you.